Hi everyone, my name is Chris Faye. I am the author of the Disaster Crime series, and I have a blog called Write with Faye. On my blog, there is a page titled 100 Marketing Tips, and that is where this YouTube video series came from, so I can talk more in depth on some of the tips that I share on that page. Today's video is about Amazon and some of the things that you can do, very easy things, that you can do on your book pages, on your author profile to help promote yourself and to attract readers. First, I'm going to mention Kindle Unlimited. If you can get your books into Kindle Unlimited, that's a very good thing to try and do. Some people aren't able to, like I can't because I have a traditional publisher, so they would have to want to set that up for me, and they currently don't do that for their authors, but that's okay. Another thing you can do is Kindle Direct Publishing Select, or KDP Select. This is where Amazon has your book exclusive for 3 months before it's released anywhere else, and it includes 5 free days. When Hurricane Crimes was published through the Wild Rose Press, they did KDP Select, and there were the 5 free days for Hurricane Crimes. And since it was my debut ebook, I actually was very excited for this because I knew it would get my story out there into more Kindles and more people might come across it and download it. So I was happy for the 5 free days. Some people aren't, which is fine. And my publisher actually doesn't do that anymore. But I actually had over 2,000 downloads for Hurricane Grimes during those 5 free days, which is awesome. So if you want to do KDP Select, take advantage of that, especially if you're publishing your debut ebook or novel. Now, something that you can pay attention to when you are using CreateSpace through Amazon to publish an ebook or paperback as well is the keywords. Be specific when you are setting up the keywords for your book. For Lightning Crimes, which I self-published through CreateSpace and Smashwords, I used keywords like disaster fiction, stormy weather, intruder, mystery romance, Florida, short story, and crime fiction. It's very specific, and that is what you want. You also want to narrow down your categories. Something that you can do is on Amazon in the search bar, start typing in different categories that your story falls under and see if you can find categories that have a very small amount of books listed for that category. The smaller the number, the better, because that's less competition for you. And if there's less competition, that means you have a higher of a chance of being listed as #1 for that category. And that's what we all want, right? Now I want to discuss the book page for your book on Amazon. I have a short story, and I always include a little note in the description above the blurb that basically just tells readers that this is a short story of about 20 pages, so they understand that. Sometimes some people, some readers, they don't scroll down to actually look at the page count. And if they don't do that and they end up reading your ebook and they discover it's short, they might not really be happy and they could give you a low rating and a not so thrilled review because they thought it was a full-length novel. So I have a little note above the blurb for Lightning Crimes and for Hurricane Crimes because it's under 50 pages. And I believe there's also a little note for Witch of Death and Ghost of Death because those are also around the 30-page mark. After the blurbs for my books, I include some extra information, and you can do that too. You can include a content warning. For instance, if your story is for adults because there's intimate scenes, because there's cursing, there's strong language, or if there's specific content that you know certain readers won't want or won't like, you can include a little warning at the bottom of your blurb. Something else I do for a series is that I include a list of the books for the series. So if you click on Hurricane Crimes in Amazon, and if you check out the full description, you will see at the bottom it says Disaster Crime Series, and then it says Hurricane Crimes #1, Seismic Crimes #2, Lightning Crimes 2.5, because that's the little teaser free story on Amazon, and then Tsunami Crimes Book 3. So that is something that you can also do. So if someone comes across one of your stories, and if they read the blurb, they'll find out that it's part of a series, and they'll want to actually check it out. Check out all those books. So that's something smart to do. Now, something that you can have a lot of fun with is the From the Author section. Now, for Hurricane Crimes, I took advantage of that From the Author section to include 5 interview questions that I was asked and my answers. So questions about, like, how I got the idea for Hurricane Crimes, or how I got the idea for the title, all of those things that readers might be interested in, I was asked in an interview. And I thought it would be perfect to add it to the Amazon book page for Hurricane Crimes, so I did. And I did the same thing for Seismic Crimes. There are 4 interview questions there with my answers. For Tsunami Crimes, there's 1 question because my answer was a little longer, so that's there. And it's actually a very good question. It's about how I researched tsunamis and what influenced the tsunami in my story. For 30 seconds, I did something a little different. I shared 6 secrets. Pretty much they're insights. They're not spoilers or anything like that. Basically, I explain how I got the title for the story, 30 Seconds, which has to do with the band 30 Seconds to Mars, my favorite band. And also another little insight that I included for those 6 secrets was the name of the soap opera that Danny, my heroine, watches in 30 seconds. So I revealed what that soap opera was. Another thing that is huge, you definitely want to take advantage of it on your book page, are the reviews and the reviews section. Whenever you get reviews in from book bloggers, sometimes they can't post their review on Amazon. So if a book blogger reviews your book on their blog, read their review. If you can find at least a sentence, that is something that you can put under the review section for that book. I always like to have 3 to 5 reviews, and they're not super long reviews. I only look for 1 sentence, maybe 3 sentences max if the review is really good. And for a series, I like to include 3 reviews for each book. So if someone was to go to Hurricane Crimes, they'll see 3 reviews for Hurricane Crimes, they'll see 3 reviews for Seismic Crimes, and 3 reviews for Tsunami Crimes in the review section. And I do that hoping that if someone reads and purchases the ebook for Hurricane Crimes, they'll be interested in checking out the rest of the series by reading those reviews that's on the Hurricane Crimes book page. So if you have a series, include a few reviews, very short reviews, on each page for each book in that series. So, like I said, Hurricane Crimes has reviews for the others, and so does Seismic Crimes. So does Tsunami Crimes, and even Lightning Crimes has reviews for the other stories. About the author, that's another section that you should take advantage of, and you can include your long bio there. And we all have a long bio. We should have a short 100-word bio, but on your Amazon page for the About the Author section for your book, you can definitely include your long bio there. Also, there are also 2 other sections that you can include information for, which is from the inside flap and from the back cover. And so if you have a print book and if you have information on the inside flap or information on the back cover, you can include that information on the book page, which is good. It's more stuff that your readers can read and find out more about your book. That's what readers want. So that's something very good to take advantage of. Now I want to discuss your author page on Amazon. The first thing you should do is upload your author photo. In a previous YouTube video for this series, the branding video, I talked about your author photo and how your author photo can work for your brand. So hopefully you have an excellent author photo that you can upload to your Amazon author page. So upload that and then pay attention to your bio. For my bio on Amazon, I condensed my 100-word bio. I added my website URL. I added my tagline, which is thrilling and romantic with heroines of steel. And then I included just a short 2-paragraph story explaining what heroines of steel means and why I write stories about strong female characters. So you can do the same. You can condense your 100-word bio, add your website URL, add your tagline, and then share something that readers can connect to. It can be about anything writing related and about your stories, just something that you can share so they can get more of a sense for you and for the books that you are putting out there on Amazon. You can also upload videos related to your books. I have currently 2 videos uploaded onto my Amazon author page, and they are recorded readings I did. And I just did it in my office in front of my bookcases with my laptop, and I read from Tsunami Crimes and Seismic Crimes. And those 2 videos are uploaded onto my Amazon author page. And if you have any videos related to your books, such as readings or book trailers, you can upload those too. Those are excellent to upload. Add your blog feed. If you have a blog, add your feed to your Amazon author page. I have added mine, so if somebody goes to my author page, they will see all of my blog posts listed there, and they can click and they can read them if they want to. Input events if you have upcoming appearances. I recently was at the Space Coast Book Lovers event, June 2017. So I had included that event in my event section for my Amazon author page. And of course, don't forget to add all of your books. That's a big one. You definitely want to have all of your books listed. And you can do all of these updates for your Amazon author page and your book pages through Author Central from Amazon. All you have to do is sign up for that, and then after it's confirmed, you'll have all the access that you need to tweak all of these pages. And you definitely want to, because as I explained, this is all good information that readers would want, and it's stuff that can hook readers. It can make them feel connected to you, to your books, it could intrigue them, and it could definitely make them want to buy, and that is what we want. Before I go, I do want to mention free ebooks, and I know I mentioned Lightning Crimes is my free teaser story, and that is something that you can definitely do to take advantage of on Amazon. You can write a free story. It can be 20 pages long, it can be 30 pages long, whatever you decide. And you can mark it as free, especially if you self-publish. I self-publish Lightning Crimes through Smashwords and then on Amazon. And through Smashwords, I marked it as free. So it was marked as free on Barnes & Noble as well. And I contacted Amazon to let them know. And so they honored that and marked the price down for Lightning Crimes on Amazon to free as well. And I used that free story for my newsletter to get subscriptions and subscribers, and pretty much after that, I really don't have to do much for it. It's the one story out of all of them that's doing well because it's free. And so if you have a free story on Amazon, you'll definitely get a lot of downloads, and people could get interested in another book, especially if this free story is related to a series that you have published, or if it's maybe a prequel, a free prequel that could lead into another story that you have published on Amazon. So take advantage of creating a free ebook on Amazon. Now, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the information. I hope you got a lot out of it and have some ideas for how you can make your book pages and your author page on Amazon special. Thanks for listening. Bye.